I'm Deborah Beene, owner and broker here at Cloud Rentals. I'd like to take some time today to go over a few of the highlights of the residential lease and addenda that you're about to sign. Let's get started. On the first thing you'll see is our information about brokerage services. This is a reminder that we can work in several different capacities as an agent. This is a reminder that in this instance we are working for the landlord of the property and representing them. We will always, of course, be fair and honest to you. The next thing you'll run across is your residential lease. Paragraph 1 discusses the parties of the agreement. This will show the landlord of the property as well as your names. Please make sure they are spelled correctly. Additional occupants are listed next. These will be anyone else living in the property and not a financial responsible person. Paragraph 2 discusses the property and gives the 911 local address as well as the legal address of the property. Please make sure that we are noting the correct property. Paragraph 3 discusses the rent terms and fees. The commencement date is the date that the lease begins, and the expiration date, obviously, is the one that ends it. You're also going to see in B your monthly rent due. Paragraph C discusses the first month's rent, which will be a prorated amount if you're not moving in on the first, and will begin the day that you move in through the end of the month. That amount will be due the day that you move in. Paragraph 3E discusses the security deposit that you are putting up on the property. Paragraph F discusses your monthly required preventative maintenance fee of $25. This will be included in the amount that you pay monthly, and it is a requirement to the lease. This will provide you with an air conditioning filter delivered to your home monthly that is the correct size and number that you need. Please make sure you're replacing these every month as required. A failure to do so could result in your payment of any repairs on the unit due to the replacement of that monthly filter. Paragraph 4 discusses the rent details. Rent is due to us on or before the 1st of every month and late after the 3rd of the month. Please note that you will receive a 12% late fee if you are late on the rent. All payments need to be made in full, including any late fees or other fees that you have, as well as the preventative maintenance fee and the rent at the same time. Any fees we receive from you will be reported and given to non-rent items before they are applied to rental items. So please make sure you're paying the full amount. You may pay your rent through our online portal that you have been sent. You may mail in the rent to us, and you may also come by our office. We would love to see you. Any of these forms are fine. Please note the address of our office for those payments if you wish to mail or come by. Paragraph 4F discusses NSF fees. If we do get a return check on you or any type of return payment on you, it is a $50 fee and you will incur late fees for it not being paid on time. Please note that if we do receive an NSF or insufficient funds notice, that you will not be able to pay in any manner other than certified funds for the next year going forward. Paragraph 5 discusses automatic renewals. At the end of your lease, you will renew on a month-to-month basis unless we have already discussed with you a renewal. In general terms, we usually reach out to you about 3 months before the expiration of your lease with an offer to renew unless there is something that comes up. We would love to have you stay in the property. If you haven't heard from us, please contact us. When you do need to move out of your property, you must be at the end of your lease and provide a minimum of a 30-day written notice. You may do this notice either on your portal or you may drop a note or email to our office. Paragraph 6 discusses animals on the property. Not all of our properties are animal allowed. If you do have an animal, please make sure that you have gone through the processes required for the type of animal that you have. If you have a pet, there will be an additional non-refundable fee on your pet addendum, which we'll discuss later. Please keep in mind that only pets or animals that have been thoroughly approved through our office are on the property. Unfortunately, that means you can't babysit your neighbor or your daughter's or anyone else's pet, even for a short time. And you cannot have guests bring pets on the property unless they are a service animal. Illegal animals on the property have an initial $1,000 fine plus $100 a day that they are there. This is very serious to us, and we don't want you to have to pay these amounts, so please just follow the rules. Paragraph 7 discusses your security deposit. This money is actually your money, but we hold it in an account for you to use at the end of your lease should we need to. Our goal is to return the entire security deposit to you. Things we can take out of that deposit are any unpaid rents or fees and any damages to the property. Please make sure that you give your full forwarding address whenever you have given notice to move out of the property so that we can send that to you. By law, we have 30 days to return your security deposit to you and/or accounting of anything that has been taken out of it. Again, make sure we have all the correct information so we can get this to you. Paragraph 9 discusses your utilities. In some instances, the landlord may pay part or a portion of your utilities. In the majority of the time, the tenant does pay all of the utilities. These will be listed out if the owner pays anything in this paragraph. Otherwise, make sure you have all of your utilities connected before move-in day. Paragraph 9 discusses use and occupancy. To sum it up, this is strictly for a home for you. Please do not take on any additional occupants to the property without having them come and being approved through our brokerage. This is very important. Additionally, please don't run a business out of your home. This is strictly again for a residential use. You are more than welcome to have family come and visit for up to 14 days without notifying our office. If it's going to be more than 14 days, please let us know. Some properties will be in a homeowners association. If this is so, we will let you know. Please make sure that you are following all homeowners guidelines for the association. Some of these items can include making sure your trash can is put away immediately after pickup and that it's out of sight. Additionally, they are very closely watching yard maintenance as well. Different subdivisions have different situations. Please make sure you ask for a copy of any rules that might apply to you. Paragraph 10 discusses parking. We ask that you do not park on the grass and that any cars parked outside limit to only 2. Paragraph 11 discusses access by the landlord. Here's the deal. We have the right to come in at any time without notifying you. We're probably not going to do that. We don't want to do that. But the truth is, if we get a call or drive by and there's water gushing out the front door, we're going to make a decision, if we can't get a hold of you, to go in there and stop that so there's no more damage to your belongings or to the property. For vendors working on repairs on your unit, you have the choice to be there or to allow us to issue a key to the property. We always prefer that you're there so you know what's going on. But again, this is up to you. Please make sure that if you have an appointment with someone at the property, that you're there. A failure to be there and reschedule in advance can result in a fine. Additionally, we will be making an inspection of the property at minimum of every 6 months. This is a simple process that doesn't take very long, maybe 20 minutes of your time, and one of our associates will come by, take pictures and/or video of the property, including every room, and will also ascertain if there's any repairs that need to be done. Please make sure that you are available and schedule those appointments when you're reached out to. This is very important. Paragraph 12 discusses move-in condition. We hope that your property is in perfect move-in condition whenever you're ready to take on your keys. If there are any issues that are still outstanding, we will note those to you. When you move into the property, you will be receiving a text or an email from Z Inspector. This is a program that allows you to take pictures and notes and video of the property and its condition when you move in. We don't want to charge you for something that was like that whenever you move into the property. Please make sure you do this before moving in any furniture or belongings to the property. We need this back the same day that you move in and take occupancy. It's very important that you do this, and this is what we will consider when we are doing your security deposit at move out. Items listed on your move-in and condition form are not considered requests for repairs. So if there is something when you move in that needs to be taken care of, please either contact our office or use your portal online to ask for a service. Paragraph 13 is move out. In a nutshell, make sure that you leave the property clean and go by the guidelines that we will send you when you're moving out of the property. This may include having the carpets cleaned, having tile cleaned, removing all of your personal items as well. On move out, please turn in all keys and remote controls and any other access items you have to the property. Paragraph 14 discusses property maintenance. Please make sure that you're keeping the property in good, clean, sanitary condition, that you're keeping up with cleaning on the property, and that you're letting us know if there's any items that need to be addressed. It's very important that you let us know. A small drip may not bother you, but it could cause damage to the property over time. So please keep us informed. We also ask that you do not make any permanent changes to the property. Please do not paint the walls, don't add wallpaper, don't take down a wall. It's pretty simple. Just leave it as is. We take yard maintenance very seriously. Please pay close attention to B in the same paragraph. It will note whether or not the landlord takes care of the lawn and maintenance or if you do. If it is your responsibility, please make sure that you are keeping it up, including pulling up trash from the property all the time, weed eating, edging, and mowing, and keeping trees and shrubs trimmed back. Additionally, we ask that you water the lawn a minimum of 2 times a week during the spring and summer growing months. Everything that's alive when you move in needs to be alive when you move out. Also consider that all of our properties are non-smoking properties. This includes inside and outside on the property. Paragraph 15 discusses repairs. Again, you may submit your repair requests either through your online portal or by contacting our office by phone, dropping by, or text or email. We're happy to get that taken care of. If you have an after-hours issue and it's an emergency that cannot wait till the next day, please call 254-690-3311 and press option 2. You will be connected with one of our agents. At that time, we will discover whether or not this is truly an emergency and can warrant an after-hours charge on the property. If something can wait till the next day, please use your online portal or give us a call in the morning. You will not be responsible for paying for repairs unless it is your fault. Normal wear and tear is expected, so if the hot water heater goes out or the faucet is not working any longer, that will be on the landlord. However, if you cause the problem, then we're going to have you pay for it. An example I like to give is if you put a Nerf ball down the toilet and it causes it to overflow and block up, and we have to send a plumber out there, you and your Nerf ball are going to pay for that repair. We always try and keep costs to a minimum for owners and tenants alike, and you will be notified of the situation. At move-in, you will have brand new keys to all the locks of your property. It's required by law that we have new keys made each time and locks changed. No one will have had your current keys. We do keep a copy of keys in our office. If you're ever locked out, you may come by our office during office hours, bring your ID with you, and we can check out a key to you to get back into the property, and then you may return it. Any lockouts after hours will require you to contact a locksmith to get you into the property. If the locks are changed or keys changed, please let us know and provide us with copies immediately. Additional security measures on your property are going to be smoke alarms, and if a property has gas or an attached garage, carbon monoxide detectors. We will make sure that those are there and properly working when you move in. Once you're in there, it's your responsibility to change those batteries every 6 months. We recommend doing it with time change. When you move out of the property, please make sure they are also in working condition. Each property is also required to have a keyless deadbolt or security device similar on every exterior door of the property. This is to allow a tenant inside to lock the door and the property not be accessed from the outside, even with a key. This is for your safety and a Texas Property Code issue. If you notice that your property does not have one of these security devices that have been mentioned, please contact us immediately to have this remedied. Please note in paragraph 18 that neither the owner of the property nor Cloud Rentals are responsible for you or your contents inside. Cloud Rentals does not allow subletting of your property. If for some reason you do need to move out of the property, please contact us about relet possibilities. This allows you to pay a fee to have the property put back out for rent while you're still paying the rent on the property and occupying. Once we secure a tenant for the property, this will relieve you of the responsibility of the lease. Skipping down to paragraph 28, this lets you know that this is your residential lease, but there are several addendum included below. Depending on the type of lease that you have and extra amenities, you will have different items attached. It's very important that in paragraph 31F, you provide us with someone who is not going to be living with you, but that we can contact if we're unable to reach you. This is in case of an emergency, and we appreciate your helping. If this information needs to be updated once you're already in the property, please let us know immediately. I will remind you that this is a binding legal document that you are looking over and are about to sign. If you have any questions, please reach out to us, and as always, you're welcome to speak to an attorney. Your lease will also include a bed bug addendum. We ask that you provide information about any current or previous bed bug issues. We ask that you provide us with all of this information honestly. Additionally, there is a wire fraud warning attached. This is a huge problem in our world today, and especially in real estate. Please note that we will never ask for payment from Zelle or Venmo or PayPal or any of those type of things. We strictly use the methods that we discussed earlier in our lease: cash, cashier's check, money order, or online payment made directly to us. Please always verify that any fees that you are being charged are coming directly from us by calling us. If you have been approved for a pet, you will have an animal agreement attached. Please note that the animal agreement does not apply to any service animals. In the agreement, it will spell out the terms, including a non-refundable pet fee, and also let you know that every year you will be charged a $100 annual pet inspection fee. This will be due beginning 6 months after your move-in and occur yearly. Please also note that we highly encourage you to check out local and county and state laws regarding your pets. Cloud Real Estate requires that you carry a minimum of $100,000 liability insurance. This is often already included in your renter's insurance, but please make sure and also add Cloud Rentals as an additional insured. If you do not want to provide your own insurance, we can do that for you through your portal at a fee of $15 per month. Please note this is strictly liability insurance and does not cover your contents or you inside. It strictly covers the property. This is a requirement of your lease. You may provide a copy of your insurance coverage if you obtain it elsewhere through your portal or send it to us. Lastly is a tenant agreement. We're making sure that you note that you have understood several items. Let's go over these one at a time. First, that you are required to participate in the preventative maintenance program at $25 a month. This requires that payment with your rent monthly and provides you with a monthly air filter delivered directly to your home. The second thing is we discussed the move-out guidelines. Again, we will send a copy of these to you whenever you're ready to move out. Next is your tenant liability insurance. We want to make sure that you acknowledge that you are required to provide this to us, and if you don't, it will automatically be added at a rate of $15 per month. Again, remember that you'll be receiving a link to Z Inspector for you to do your move-in inspection. This must be done before any items are in the property and the same day of move-in. Failure to do so will mean that you say the property is in perfect condition and assume any responsibility for current conditions. Again, we note that the move-in inspection form is not a request for repairs. Please do those separately. You must have all utilities turned on before you move into the property. This includes water, sewage, garbage, electric, and sometimes gas. Internet responsibility, of course, if you choose. We will discuss the rekey procedure at your move-in. Sometimes this will have already been done, and at other times we will require that you help schedule that appointment. We do not allow above-ground swimming pools or trampolines on any of our properties. Please don't include these in your yard. No matter the circumstance, a 30-day written notice to move out is required. If this is a military move, please include a copy of your orders. And again, no pets are permitted on the property unless already authorized at lease signing. This includes visiting and babysitting animals. There is a $1,000 initial fee and $100 per day that any illegal pet is there. Again, this does not apply to service animals. Additionally, we're attaching a copy of mold information. Please keep an eye out for any of the signs that it might have mold in the property and notify us immediately. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We're excited for you to move into your home and can't wait to get to know you. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to us. Welcome home.